So today we're going to be using one iconic player from every single NBA 2K MyTeam. There's actually been 13 MyTeams, so we're going to be using one player from every single one, including an iconic player, for me anyway, from this 2K. And we're starting off with NBA 2K13, and there's one iconic player. If you ever played NBA 2K13 MyTeam, you would know that everyone ran LeBron, everyone ran Kobe when he was not injured, everyone ran D Rose, everyone ran Dwight Howard, everyone ran basically the same teams because it was really easy to get all the best players. There were no custom themed players. It was just everybody's regular rosters. So you could get 98 overall LeBron James for almost nothing. So every single person ran some of these cards. But there was a guy who was better than all of them, and his name was Gerald Green. Gerald Green was ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. I have never seen somebody that should not have been nearly as good be as good as Gerald Green. Back in those days, all that mattered was the ability to dunk and the ability to shoot. Nothing else. Nothing else mattered in NBA 2K other than dunking and shooting. And with that came Gerald Green, who literally was the cheapest player in the game because they based prices on how they played in real life. And Gerald Green was riding the bench for the Pacers that year, and he was hitting every jump shot. He dunked on everybody. It was a game where dunks were literally unblockable, and he was the best dunker in the game. We had a lot of good players that year. Gerald Green was, no question about it, the best player in NBA 2K13 MyTeam. And actually, you know what? Maybe not the best, but the most iconic, because every single team on their bench had Gerald Green, and there was nothing you could do to stop him. You could stop LeBron with LeBron. You could stop sometimes LeBron with Andre Iguodala. You could not stop Gerald Green. And from 2K14, this is the only year, in my opinion, where the best player in the world and arguably the best player of all time were just the best players in those games. Michael Jordan and LeBron James were the 299 overalls, and they were clearly the two best players in 2K14. But for me, my favorite player to use in NBA 2K14 was Michael Jordan. The entire game was built around LeBron James, so that's one thing. And I understand that LeBron had a lot of influence on that game. He had his own badge on current gen. I don't even remember if he had it on next gen. I just thought Jordan was unguardable. There was a duplicate player glitch, and I used to run Jordan point guard, Jordan shooting guard, Jordan small forward, and off the bench I would run Jordan point guard, Jordan shooting guard, LeBron. And by the way, LeBron was both my power forwards, and then LeBron small forward and power forward off the bench. I had 5 Michael Jordans and 3 LeBron Jameses in my team that year. But they were the two. And Michael Jordan, I just thought he was unguardable. All the different versions of Michael Jordan, he just didn't miss. The release was money, unlike current 2Ks. What Michael Jordan was doing back then was similar to what Michael Jordan was doing in real life. And it's not like modern 2Ks where 2K have to literally change the guy's jump shot for him to even be usable. In 2K15, it's not even funny what Zach LaVine was doing to people. Especially before the early patch. So for the first 2 months of 2K15, there were 99 overall cards. It didn't matter. Zach LaVine was better than every single one of them. If you got into a dunk animation 2K15 and press square, Zach LaVine would barge through people, spin dunk on people. There was nothing you can do. There were certain animations once you got into them that it was a guaranteed bucket. There was almost nothing you could do. You could block them, but it had to be a fluke. And what Zach LaVine was doing for the first 2 months of that game was madness. There were no players other than the current players, and there were Throwback Thursday Onyx players. Didn't matter. I had 93 overall Dwayne Wade back then, who was my favorite player in real life, and I loved using Wade. He got to the stage where Zach LaVine was just better. I used to remember making a spreadsheet and doing the stats and having all my games trying to figure out who my best players were back in the day. I was 18, just obsessed with the freaking 2K game, and Zach LaVine was outplaying my 99 overalls. I had an unbelievable squad because I used a shake and bake glitch, and Zach LaVine was better than everyone else I had. I had 99 overall Dr. J, 99 overall Akeem, 99 overall versions of MJ, 99 overall LeBron, 99... I didn't have 99 Wilt, but I had T-Mac. LaVine was better than all of them. He was the most ridiculous player I've ever used in a 2K game, purely because of the way the mechanics worked, and he just got dunk animations that we've never seen the likes of before, and we'll never see the likes of them again. In 2K16, the best player, it just happened to be the year that Steph Curry took over the world, he also took over 2K16. He's the most iconic player from that game, whether it be his normal 94 overall early on in the game, to the first card to ever get a limitless range badge, which originally they only gave it to Steph Curry. It was a badge that you could add to players, but like it was really just the Steph Curry badge. It was pre-Hall of Fame badges. It was like it was just a Steph Curry badge. He was unguardable with it. And then let's not forget there was the break the game Stephen Curry. They literally made a day where I'm playing now, the version of Steph Curry was a cheat code. They just I think they bumped the sliders up on him. You would just press square and the ball would go in. We've never seen anything like it. And in the year where he took over real life basketball, Steph Curry took over 2K. And a big reason why 2K16 is so iconic is it was so the game mode and the game was so tied into the NBA. Yes, there were unrealistic things, but everything was tied into the NBA, which is why that mode is so iconic. And the most iconic player in that is by far Stephen Curry. In 2K17, there were so many iconic players, from the first like real demigod in the Kristaps Porzingis who could speed boost, to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar shooting threes in the corner and never really missing. It was the first real like game where there were these like, okay, yeah, these cards are just almost too good. And that was the first year of that. For me, there's one player that's more iconic than anyone else, and this is a DBG channel special, and it's Reggie Lewis. Reggie Lewis was a Ruby card. He was 6'7". He had the best release in the game, and there were no position locks, so you just ran him point guard. Like I ran him point guard at the end of the year. Like I was out there beating like elite players. I was one of the better players in the world at that game. My point guard from start of the year to end of the year, I had like 98 overall cards, because you actually couldn't buy 99 overall cards in that game. I had 96, 97, 98 overall cards. And my point guard at the end of the year was Reggie Lewis, because he was just completely unstoppable. He was 6'7". He could fade when fading threes were as OP as they were. He didn't have limitless range, but he was locked down. He was big. You never missed, especially if you were playing on Play With Friends. He just was so dominant. And with that, like, with being 2KMT when he came out, he's clearly one of the more iconic players in that game for everyone who used him. NBA 2K18 was an interesting one, because back in those days, there were like elite cards. It was very similar card levels to 2K17, except basically they went from nobody being able to get 99 overalls in the auction house in 2K17 to everyone having a 99 overall in 2K18. It was the first year where it was like almost everyone just had their 99 overalls. So even I remember Baron Davis was the first player to get that 99 overall, but none of that mattered, because there was an 89 or 88 overall card named Jonathan Isaac. And the way that game played, he was just Giannis Antetokounmpo. There was only, like, if you didn't have the Giannis who cost like 2 million MT, you had Jonathan Isaac in your team. Did not matter. Jonathan Isaac played point guard for you. Did not matter what your opponent ran. Did not matter who your opponent had. You needed Jonathan Isaac. There was only one player that could even remotely counter Giannis. And if your opponent didn't even have Giannis or didn't have Jonathan Isaac, great. You used Jonathan Isaac exactly like he was Giannis. There was a blow-by animation. All you needed to do with Isaac was trigger the blow-by and he would dunk every single time. 6'11", sniper. I used to run him and Giannis Antetokounmpo. I had a whole team of 99 overall cards, and I had just this Ruby Jonathan Isaac who did the exact same thing. He is one of the more iconic players in this game, and ironically, he was equally as iconic in 2K19, but there's one player that's obviously clear in 2K19. One word, 6 letters. We out here taking leaners, lads. Hedo Turkoglu in NBA 2K19 was silly. This is one of the only cards to have ever gotten a nerf. He came with the best release in the game, the best dribbling in the game. He did not miss. He is so good that Dom 2K... was it Dom 2K that quit MyTeam? Or was it over James Worthy? But like, the base 11, people have quit MyTeam over this card. There were like YouTubers that would quit MyTeam because they got 80 points put in their head by Hedo Turkoglu. There was nothing like it. Yes. Was Andrei Kirilenko a better card? Yes. Andrei Kirilenko was like the 1,000 card lock-in award. He was not 8,000 MT. This is how good Hedo was. He came out in December at 8,000 MT. In March, when they nerfed him by getting rid of his base 11. And by that time, he was 100k MT because everyone realized they needed Hedo. And even with the release change, he still was 50k MT because he had an unguardable, limitless range leaner. Everyone had limitless range on him, and back in those days, if you had limitless range, it didn't matter if it was standing or fadeaway. He had a fadeaway that was basically unguardable. He still had the dribbling. He was still 6'10". His release was still money wide open. Then they came out with a diamond Hedo Turkoglu, and there was a glitch that you could play 2 Hedo Turkoglus. I used to play with 2 Hedo Turkoglus. And I went 12-0 for like 2 straight months with Hedo Turkoglu as my point guard, Hedo Turkoglu as my backup point guard, and I played every fourth quarter with Hedo Turkoglu a point guard and Hedo Turkoglu a shooting guard. Did not matter that they nerfed the card. Even with the nerf, he was still one of the best cards in the game. That is how good he was. I've never seen a player be nerfed. 2K completely nerfed someone's release and they still be one of the best cards in the game. When we think about 2K19, Hedo Turkoglu is the player that everyone thinks about in that game. Or one of those base 11 guys that gave them nightmares. But for most people, it was Hedo Turkoglu. 2K20 was a mad year for MyTeam. Like, obviously, we had that Yao Ming who was dominant. We had Kareem who was elite. Early on in the year, it was like Derrick Rose, John Stockton. Heck, even like a Wally Zerbiak was pretty good. But the one card from NBA 2K20 for me that just reminds me of that game was Dino Radja. Dino Radja, that guy with that 8-foot-long wingspan and money release and handles and speed and like team, like there's position locks, but you would just give the ball to Dino and let Dino run the show. Especially in the overall cheese era, I cannot count how many times I came up against Dino Radja point center on an overall cheese team, and he would just go, they'd just go 5 out and he'd go 1-on-1 with any other center. He had a quick first step back when that was unguardable by any low tier players. The guy was literally the real point center. He came out around the time, I think he came out like a week before the shooting Shaq, and the level 40 award that month was, or not level 40, Jesus, sorry, there was no levels. The 12-0 award was Will Chamberlain. Neither of those cards mattered because Dino was better than both of them. And then like 3 weeks later, Eddie Curry came out, and it was very close in between Eddie freaking Curry and Dino Radja. I always joke with people, asking them who they thought the best shooting Curry was in 2K, and they would always, some people would say, "Oh, are you gonna say Seth?" Or is it Dell? And I'm like, no, it's Eddie. It's Eddie. He was the long lost Curry triplet or Curry brother. The long lost Curry was better shooting than both the other Currys. But Eddie Curry was not quite Dino Radja. 2K21, this one's easy. It's Bol Bol. Like, Bol Bol was unguardable. Bol Bol was the fastest player in the game. Yeah, Taco Fall later on in the year was better. There were better cards in this, but that pink diamond Bol Bol, he was like 60k, and there were cards at that stage that went for $1 million. He was the best player in the game when he came out on next gen. Current gen, yeah, there were other guys, but like I mainly played next gen that year. But he was the best player till like a better version of Bol Bol came out. I can't remember which came out first, Taco Fall, or Taco's 99 overall, Yao's 99 overall, or Bol Bol. I can't remember which one, or Bol Bol's invincible. But until that point, Bol Bol was the best player in the game on next gen. No question about it. Honorable mentions are like Danny Ferry and stuff, but no, it's Bol Bol without question. 2K22 is the most obvious choice ever, and it's the guy that ran the game. If you didn't have Luka Doncic and you played on next gen, you were just doing it to prove a point if you knew what you were doing. Like, if you argued that Michael Jordan was better on next gen because, Michael Jordan took more skill to use, no, you're just doing it to prove a point. You pressed the square button and the ball went in with Luka Doncic. I've never seen anything like it. Like, it did not matter what defense you played, unless you physically contested. Like, you had to flick up the stick or press triangle, or Luka Doncic was going to hit the shot. Sometimes he would eat green through flicking up the stick. Sometimes you had to physically block the shot from the stop. And by doing that, it meant that any smart player, if they threw a pump fake with Luka, you'd jump at them and you'd burn into the basket. Luka Doncic was the best player in 2K22. And then late on in the year, when they gave Luka Doncic an endgame card, when he didn't have Luka Doncic release, they gave him an endgame card with a worse release, and nobody cared about the endgame card because the other versions of Luka were all better. And if you saw someone using endgame Luka, you were like, I've won the game because this guy's an idiot because he's not using the good Luka Doncic. In NBA 2K23, I thought it was a real close one because I do feel like the Yao Ming card probably was the card that kind of carried the game for so long, but I never got to use Yao, and I very rarely played against them. But later on in the year, they started allowing people to buy Invincibles, to buy cards, and With that came Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama, who they gave a god tier release to, made a small forward. And because you could buy him for $50, everybody had Victor Wembanyama. It was, if you did not have Victor, Victor couldn't guard Victor. No one could guard Victor. It was literally a Victor Wembanyama off when two Victor Wembanyamas played against each other when he first came out. His invincible card was a joke. It was an absolute joke. I much prefer the invincible to the end game. And it got to the stage where if you faced Wemby and you didn't have Wemby, it didn't matter how good the opponent was, you needed to play out of your mind to win that game. It did not matter. They could have been a scrub if they just had Wemby. Wemby played defense for you. He played offense for you. If you were smart about it, the drop step was super overpowered that year, and his animations were ridiculous going to the basket. He could do the drag. He could drag back and shoot in your face, and you couldn't do anything about it. Wembanyama ran that game. Yes, it was late on in the year. I do not care. The only thing I really remember from 2K23 was Wembanyama destroyed. In 2K24, honestly, I barely played that game. Like, I was considering going LeBron James because that diamond LeBron James is really good, but I really don't remember much of the game, whether or not there was anyone iconic once the game went gamble to win. My favorite player last year, I'm just going to use him then, Julian Strawther. Like, you guys are seeing clips right now. Like, I literally had a 50-point game with Julian Strawther. He was the best shooter in the game for me. I never missed with him. I never missed. I used to play co-op and go 7 for 7 with Julian Strawther, and people were like, how are you using, like, and this is late on in the year, they were like, how are you so good with this card? I'm like, I just don't miss with him. For me, Julian Strawther is my most iconic player. For anyone who used them, everyone who used them either couldn't miss with him or couldn't score with him. There were no in between. But for me, let's just use Julian Strawther. And NBA 2K25, in my opinion, it's Keon Ellis. I love this card. I think he's so good. I called him like the cheap Gary Payton in my video. I'm such a big fan of Keon Ellis. He's my favorite player to use in this game. And yeah, like, it doesn't matter. Screw J Rich, screw Drazen, they're both better cards. But for me, Keon Ellis is that budget god, and he's the type of the budget gods are what makes me want to play. And this is a DBG video, so yeah, you're not going to be seeing a 500k card in iconic. You're going to be seeing the budget goats. So a couple of free agents: Dame, who might have been free; Elton Brand, Monster, who I know for a fact was free, so should be okay. Okay, come on, Isaac. That's you. That's gotta be you. Dino! Why do you still... We're literally 5 years later. Why do you still flagrantly foul people? Thank God it wasn't called flagrant. What is up with you hacking people? It's been a case for 5 years. Oh, hit him. Boom. Big shot there by Jonathan Isaac. Come on, you can't leave him open. Oh, full court pass to a Jonathan Isaac going to the basket for the easy dunk. Come on. That's just too easy. Good defense. Clamp him, clamp him, clamp him. Dino's waiting for you. It's my steal. No, he can't. Surely not with Elton Brand. And he hits a white with Elton Brand, really? Oh, I meant to fake that up, but I'll take the dunk from Dino. Let's go. He doesn't... Are his arms as long as they used to be? They don't look like super long like back in the day. If he hits that, he hits it. Good board. Let's go. Let's push. Dino, just run a straight line. Oh, give him the ball. Dump it in. Okay, I thought I was going to get a bit more open than that. There we go. Big shot there by Keon Ellis. He's a beast, in fairness to him. Like, he's an absolute beast, this is Keon Ellis card. Alright, let's go. Oh, he left me open. And it's another 3 for Keon Ellis. Come on. That's too easy. I'm getting used to this. I'm now getting used to this rhythm shooting. It's working out a charm. Oh, he left MJ open? Very early, very fast. Dear Lord, MJ, why is your release so bad in 2K? I mean, to be fair, if I had 9 million MT, I could definitely use a better MJ. So Luka is off the board here with 2. We've got a big first quarter lead here. Give me that steal. Ah, come on, Bobo. Clamp him up, clamp him up. Good take by KD. Good defense, Luka. Let's go. Oh, you're open. Is he gonna leave him? Oh, Luka's there. Just about missed it. Go get it out to MJ. Oh, shoot the fade. I mean, we got great tempo, I guess. Oh, man, his MJ jump shot. No wonder they had to change his release for the 100 overall. It's horrific. All right, so we're up 7 here at the end of the first, and we're going to go to our bench lineup. We should comfortably have this game right here. We should comfortably win it. Oh, Reggie Lewis is in the game here. Kick to the corner. Oh, no. What the hell happened there? I got a delay on the catch. Dunk that one, Hedo. Come on. Like, we're way better than this guy here. Great defense. Wemby, no! Reggie Lewis, why? Why? It would be rude not to, wouldn't it, lads? It'd be rude not. Oh, they're on ball. Be rude not to. 1 word, 6 lads. We out here. Oh, it's not the same, is it? Green. Very late from Julian Strawder. Oh my god. Alright, whatever latency I'm playing on right now is not fun. There's no way Wemby's taking me inside. No way. Like, if I'm shooting very late with a decent enough release, just dunk it, Lewis. There we go. That's all we need to do. Just stop shooting then. Oh, it's my steal. No. Oh, Steph Curry. Give me that. Steph just got hurt on that. No. No, no, no. Oh, come on, Steph. It's now letting me play Reggie Lewis at point guard. So I'll take that. I'm not going to complain. There's no chance. Oh my god, he's tied it. He's tied it. I can live with Wemby posting me up. You've got to be stronger than Reggie Lewis. Good steal, Hedo. No! Come on, it's an open layup for him. He blew it. No, not Elton Brand. I'll live with the long two. I have to. Oh, come on. Can I just hit an open? Like, he's leaving my guys wide open. I can't hit a shot, so. Dunk it, LaVine. Good, come on. Brick. Okay, we're tied at halftime. It's okay, we're fine. We're absolutely fine here. Like, I know we had a big lead early. He's brought it back. He hit some big shots in his defense, but I'll be good. I'm fine. He's passing it. Good defense, Jonathan Isaac. Surely, is it my ball? No. Jonathan Isaac, great job catching the ball. Oh, yeah, Keon Ellis, let's go. This is all going to come from you here. Jordan, to the basket. Lay it in. Please don't miss the layup. Go grab the board. Come on. Why is Elton Brand? Oh, man, there's no card that frustrates me more in this game than Elton Brand, because he's so garbage and also so good at the same time. He's just giving me a layup or a dunk. Good job, Jonathan Isaac. Come on. Corner. Boom. What is wrong? What's happened to my rhythm shooting? I'm doing exactly what I was doing in the first quarter. Catch the ball, Jonathan Isaac. Is there something wrong with your ability to catch the ball? Good, Jordan. Jordan, grab it. Someone has to be open. Keon Ellis, get him the ball. I'm not risking rhythm shooting. Good job, Keon Ellis. Let's go. Not risking the rhythm shooting. It's gone all over the place right now. We've got the center dribbling the ball. Come on, Keon Ellis. It's got to be you. We cannot give up a shot from that. That is so ridiculous. Jordan? No? Why is that release so bad? He's passing. He's passing. Good defense. Let's go. Pass the ball. Why is everyone getting in the way? Oh my god. Why are my guys running into each other? What? Whoever programmed the spacing in this game, to be fair, it's been the same for years, has never watched the sport of basketball before. There is no way that the person who programmed the spacing in this game has ever watched basketball before. Not only have they never played basketball, look, what is Dino? Why is Dino running into the player? What are my players doing? How can one guy guard two at all times? Look at what my players just did on that offense. Good shot, LaVine. Come on. Let's go. We're in this game. We are well and truly in this game. And we are struggling whenever Isaac's not on the floor, but, well, mostly Keon Ellis. When he's not on the floor, we struggle, but we're okay. LaVine for three. Easy. It's just easy for LaVine. Come on. Oh my god, he just did a pull-up white. Come on, 2K. Alright. He's letting me take it up with Julian Strawder. Hedo, come for the pop. He's gonna leave you Hedo open. Back to Strawder. Boom. Slightly late, of course. No. Come on. No, low Reggie Lewis. Just foul. We got him. Good defense, I think. Oh, he fumbled it. He's shooting it. Great defense, Julian Strawder. Come on. There's no way he's hitting this shot. There's no way. Not the step back. If he hit that shot, I think I just quit the game on the spot. Great defense, Mick. Come on. Get into the best player on my team's hands, Keon Ellis. He has been my favorite player all year, in fairness. Oh, LaVine. Oh, good cut, I guess. Take the foul. No! Good board. Boom. Come on, Hedo. No, Hedo! Great defense. Hold the ball, LaVine. They're going to leave you open. At some stage. Pick and pop, maybe? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I just hit a 3 with a Dino. I just iced the game with a Dino Radja 3-point shot. I just iced the game with a dude with like a 3-point shot in the 50s. Oh, my God. Good win. Real good win. Hell of a performance from Keon Ellis there. Like, he's just been this demon all year for me. Like, I started him point guard for my main team. And I got some good players. I'm just so high on this card. And he fouled me again? I mean, makes the win look a little bit better, I guess. After Keon Ellis gets his 15 points for the game. But he has been showing why, again, I trusted him as my one player to pick from this year. This guy is just salty now. And Keon Ellis is just going to kill him. And he just got teed up for excessive timeouts. Hedo Turkoglu. Go knock this one down as well. Is he just going to do this for the whole game? No, I thought he was actually just going to call excessive timeouts for the whole game. And see how long I could last. But 17-1-4 of Keon Ellis. And we won this game relatively comfortably in the end.